Everyone will tell you winter is not the ideal time to visit mountains. To some extent, they are right. You're not going to get a luxurious place to stay, no proper food, below freezing temperature, no proper transport. But if you want to see mountains at its best, this is the time. Late December to April, winter time, snow time. I'll try to make this short and quick, but before I go ahead, can I rewind a bit? I'm going to brag a little bit about myself. My name is Nikhil, and this is what I love to do. I like a bit of an adventure, I love making videos, I love destinations with less civilization. So the idea is to find such unexplored destinations and share as much information as I can. And yes, I absolutely love mountains. That's about me. Let's get back to the blog. Plan for at least a 10-day trip, taking a whole week off and combining 2 weekends, especially if you're going up in the Himalayas, because traveling is going to take most of your time. I had planned a 10-day trip. My plan was to do the Tunganath Chandrashila trek in Chopta, spend a couple of days in Auli, which is the most popular skiing destination, and then a small trek at Kanakchori, last few days at Corbett or Rishikesh. But in life, things doesn't end up as you had planned. I was in Auli on day 4 and I was learning this, and this happened. In one of my practice sessions, I twisted my knee and tore my ligament. A complete ACL tear, a major MCL tear, and partial meniscus tear. Long story short, my first trip ended on day 4. So in this blog, I'll share my Tunganath Chandrashila trekking experience. This was my first solo trip, and some other day I'll let you know how I managed to get back home with a broken leg. Reaching Chopta is quite simple. Catch an early evening flight, reach Delhi around midnight, and you will find a lot of trains for Haridwar. Once you reach Haridwar in the morning, you will find a lot of options to reach Ukhimat. In winter, you may not get a direct bus to Chopta. You will reach Ukhimat around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. If you are lucky enough, you will get a share cab which will take you to Chopta. If not, you will have to shell out maybe $1,200 to hire your own cab. This is the starting point of the trek. 5 minutes for walk from all the cafes around here. Tunganath Chandrashila trek is the easiest couple of hours winter trek you will find in north. In winter, Tunganath to Chandrashila might get tricky. I'll shut up now and let you enjoy the view. Simple 3-hour climb for a beginner till Tunganath temple. You can try taking shortcuts if you want a little adventure. For example, here you'll have to take a big U-turn to reach to the top. Rather, you can try climbing straight off-road. The best place to stay in Chopta would be Cafe Moksh. It's a very shady looking place, but it gives you all the necessities. You can use the rooms just to sleep, but the rest of the day you can chill out at the cafe where you will get good food. There's hot tandoor which will keep you warm, cozy cushions to relax, light music, friendly owners, and you will find fellow travelers to share your stories. This would be the first glimpse of Tunganath temple right at the top. Right there you can see Kedarnath Dome, Chokhamba, Trishul and Nanda Devi Peak. This is Tunganath temple, one of the highest Shiva temples in the world, highest of the 5 Kedar temples located in Uttarakhand. It is believed that Lord Shiva's 5 body parts were resurfaced at 5 different locations that represents the 5 Kedars. The Pandavas built temples at each of these locations to worship Lord Shiva. Tunganath is identified as the place where the arms were seen. Just behind the temple you will find a narrow path which will take you to the Chandrashila Peak. The road that you see straight ahead is actually the wrong path. The climb on the right hand side will take you to the Chandrashila Peak. This is the climb which takes us to Chandrashila Peak. That's the narrow lane, and Tunganath temple is just behind the rocks. They were the local natives and the only one who took the risk that day to climb Chandrashila. And in a way they actually helped me. They made path for me to follow, or it would have been impossible and too risky to climb that day. Oh, mama. That's Chandrashila Peak right at the top. This climb looks easy, but believe me, it was not that easy. The snow was deep down till knees and it was making the climb difficult. On top of that, I was the only one climbing. It was already 4 p.m. and I was aware there was no one taking risk except me to climb that late. So if I had done anything wrong to me, I would have been in big trouble. I have seen Vertical Limit many times and that scene where people fall in crevasse was fresh in my mind. Chandrashila is at an elevation of 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet above sea level. There is a belief that Lakshman, the younger brother of Lord Rama, meditated here after defeating King Ravana. It is also believed moon god Chandra spends time here in penance. Desperately wanted to wait and catch the sunset, but descending in pitch dark would have been a risk. But one day I would love to spend a night at the peak and catch the first glimpse of sunrise. Just imagine how awesome it would be. It was there in my plans in this climb as well, so I was carrying a tent with me, but I was not brave enough. It was -5 at Chopta night earlier and I was finding it difficult to survive in a cozy room. We who have spent our entire life in Mumbai at 40 degrees find it difficult to survive at below freezing temperatures. I was able to catch the sunset on my way down. My batteries were getting drained, so I was not able to capture the entire descent. I was a bit worried whether I'll be able to reach Chopta as it was already pitch dark. But walking on snow with just little sunlight with sunset in the background was the best part of my journey. Something that I'll never forget.